10th. Dear students, in the previous video, we learned how to represent the given numerical data in the form of histogram, right? In this video, we are going to learn how to represent the given numerical data in the form of frequency polygon. Okay? So dear students, here we have the two methods to represent the frequency polygon, right? So one is with the help of a histogram and second one is without the help of a histogram. Okay? So let's first we'll learn how to represent the given numerical data in the form of frequency polygon without the help of histogram. Okay? So let's see. Show the following data by a frequency polygon. So let's draw the frequency polygon for the given numerical data. Okay? So for that we have to draw a table with the 4 columns. Okay? So here we have the table. So first column will be the class. In that electricity bill which is given in the rupees. Okay? Second column is the class mark. How we are finding the class mark? That is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Okay? Then third column will be the frequency, that is families, number of families, and fourth column will be the coordinates of the point. Okay? So here this is class mark. We will take it as a x coordinate and this frequency will be the y coordinate. Okay? Now here let's see how to find out the class mark. So lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. 0 plus 200, that is and divided by 2, that is 100. Okay? Then 200 plus 400 divided by 2, that is 600 upon 2, that is 300. Okay? So in this way we will find out the class mark. Okay? Now in this table you will see that one extra class is there, that is 1000 to 1200. Okay? With the frequency 0. So dear students, while drawing the frequency polygon, we have to take one class extra in the starting with the frequency 0 and one class extra at the last with the frequency 0. Now here you can see I took the one class extra at the last. Okay, so in the question we have up to this only. Okay, but here I have written one extra class with the frequency 0. Okay, so here and in the starting I didn't write that. Why it is so? So dear students, here we have to take the extra class in the starting and at the last. Why it is so? So here if we draw the frequency polygon, suppose if we plot this point, so somewhat the points will be like this, and if we join them, then it may be like this. Okay, so here to close this polygon we have to take one class extra in the starting with the frequency 0. Similarly one at the last with the 0, so that this polygon will be closed. Okay, but now here the doubt is that I have written only one extra class at the end but not in the starting. Why it is so? It is only in this case, because here if we will take the extra class here in the starting, what will be that? Here there is a difference of 200. So keeping the difference of 200, so what will be our this previous class of this? So it will be negative 200 to 0. Okay, and its frequency will be 0. So this one will be our first class. Okay, but here this class is representing the electricity bill in a rupees, and we are knowing that rupees are not negative. Okay, that's why for this example here as the first class is 0 to 200, will not take one extra class in the starting. Okay, but if it is starting like 300 to 400, then in that case we can take it 200 to 300 will be the first class. Okay, I hope it's clear to you, as we are going to get the negative class and it is representing the rupees. Rupees are not negative, that's why we will not write that. Okay, then how to close that? Directly we will close it to the origin. That frequency polygon on the graph paper. Okay, so in this way first we have to draw the table, and here we have to write the coordinates of the point. Okay, so let's locate these points on the graph paper to get the frequency polygon. So dear students, now let's represent this numerical data on the graph paper in the form of frequency polygon. Okay, so here already the table is there. So for this class we have to find out their class marks. So this class marks will be there on the x-axis. So you can see here I drawn the x-axis, and on that I took this class marks, okay, which is the electricity bill. Okay, and on y-axis, on this y-axis we'll take the frequency, that is the number of families. Okay, so here as I told you, for the frequency polygon we have to take the one class extra in the starting with the frequency 0 and one class extra at the last with the frequency 0. Okay, but in this case, as this class if we'll go for extra, so it will be negative. That's why we'll keep the first class as it is. Okay, now let's plot these points. So here class marks will be the x coordinate and this frequency will be the y coordinate. Okay, now we have to plot these points on this graph paper. So our first point is there with the coordinates 100 and 240. Okay, so before that let's see the scale. So on the scale, on x-axis we took the 1 centimeter is equal to 100 rupees. Okay, so that we have to mention here. And on y-axis, here 1 centimeter is equal to 100 families. You may take the 2 centimeter as 100 families. Okay, so scale we can take anyway. Now let's plot these points. So here our first point is with the coordinates 100. X coordinate is 100 and y coordinate is 240. Okay, so this is the x coordinate, and as it is a 240, it means here after 200 we have to take the small 4 lines. Okay, so this is our first point. Okay, now second one is x coordinate is 300 and y coordinate is also 300. So this is 300 and this is 300. Okay, so this is our point. Make it little dark. Okay, then third one, 500 is the x coordinate and 450 is the y coordinate. 500 and 450, so it will come here. Okay, now next 700, this x coordinate is 700 and this y coordinate is 350. Okay, so here will write here 600 and this is 700. So here 700 is the x coordinate and 350. So 700 and 350. So it will come here. Okay. Then here it will not take. Then also no problem. Now next one is the 900 and 160. 900 and 160. It means after 100 we have to take the 6 small lines. So this is the 5th line, and above that we will take the one more line. Okay, so this is our 160. Okay, and to close this polygon we have to take one class extra at the end that we have to, that is 1000 to 1200, and its class mark is 1100. Okay, and its frequency is 0. Okay, so here will be that point. Okay, now here in this way we will close it. But what about in the starting? So in the starting here directly we will close it to the origin. Okay, now let's join these points with the help of ruler. So we will close it to the origin. Okay, then like this. join these points with the help of ruler only. So in this way we will get the frequency polygon. Okay, so here you can write the coordinates of each point. Okay, that is 100 and 240. Then second one is 300. So with the pointed pencil you can write 500 and 450. Then here 700 and 350. Then this is our 900 and 160, and this is 1100 and 0. So dear students, in this way this numerical data we had represented it in the form of frequency polygon. Just take care that for the given classes we have to take the class marks, and that class marks will take it on x-axis, and frequencies will take on the y-axis by taking the proper scale and plot that points. Then we join them with the help of ruler. So you will get the frequency polygon. So this is the frequency polygon without the help of histogram. Now dear students, let's learn how to draw the frequency polygon with the help of a histogram. Okay, so let's take an example. The time required for students to do a science experiment and the number of students is shown in the following group frequency distribution table. Show the information by a histogram and also by a frequency polygon. So dear students, for this question we have to draw the table. The table will be in this way. Okay, table with 4 columns. First class, second class mark, third one frequency, and fourth one will be the coordinates of the points. Okay, now here as I told you for the previous example also, we have to take one class extra in the starting with the frequency 0 and one extra at the last. So here in the actual question we are given with the 22 class, we given with the 22 students. Okay, sorry, time 22 minutes. So here we took one extra class, that is giving the difference of 2, that is 18 to 20. Okay, and its frequency is 0. Similarly here last class was given 32 minutes. Okay, so here we took the last class, that is 32 to 34 minutes, and its frequency is 0. Okay, then we have find out the class mark, that is 18 plus 20 divided by 2. Okay, so we will get a 38 upon 2, that is 19. Then in the same way, we do not have to calculate every time, just apply the logic, we will be able to write the remaining class mark. Okay, so this class mark will be our x coordinate and this frequency will be the y coordinate. Okay, so taking these points, let's draw the graph for the frequency polygon with the help of histogram. Now let's represent this numerical data in the form of frequency polygon with the help of histogram. Okay, so dear students, as we want to draw the frequency polygon, so we have to create one class extra with the frequency 0 and one at the last with the frequency 0. Okay, so first we'll draw the histogram. Okay, so for the histogram, our first class is 18 to 20, but its frequency is 0, so here will not get any height. Okay, so next class 20 to 22, it has the height 8. Then we'll draw here the rectangle with the height 8. Okay, so this is our first height. Okay, so you can see here on the x-axis we took the time, these classes, and y-axis we took the number of students. Then here scale on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 2 minutes. Okay, so here there is a difference of 2 minutes, so 2 minutes, and here we took the 1 centimeter is equal to 2 students. Now dear students, here you can see here the gap between or the difference between these two consecutive numbers is 2, but in the starting from 0 to 18 there is a difference of directly 18, right? So here the numbers between 0 to 18 gets folded in this part which is called the crink mark. Okay, so here we have to show the crink mark. Okay, so which shows the numbers between 0 to 18 gets folded in this part. Okay, now we have drawn the first rectangle. Now second one, 22, 24, it has the height 16. So let's up to that draw it. We have to do that. Now next one is the next class is 24 to 26 has the height 22. Okay. So in this way we got the height for the class 24 to 26. Next one is the 26 to 28 has the height 18. 18 means here. Okay. Okay. Next class is 28 to 30 has the height 14. Next, that is 30 to 32 has the height 12. So that is the height 12. Okay, and the last class is 32 to 34, but it has the frequency 0, so will not get here any rectangle. Okay, now histogram is over. Now we have to show the frequency polygon. So as we know that for frequency polygon we need the class marks, right? So here the class marks means the middle number between these two classes. Okay, so here 19 is there, so here is our first point. Okay, second one 21. So between 20 to 22. So it's quite simple to represent the frequency polygon with the help of histogram. Just we have to, after drawing the histogram, so for that rectangle, what is its middle point, that we have to point, make it dark for the frequency polygon. So you can see here, it's very simple. Okay, so in this way we got. Now we want to close it. So here, where will you close it? Here, 33. Okay, so dear students, for frequency polygon, we plot all the points. Now let's join them with the help of ruler. Okay, see here. So this is our frequency polygon with the help of histogram. Join them with the help of ruler. Okay, so dear students, here we had represented the frequency polygon with the help of histogram. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you how to represent the given numerical data with the help of histogram in the form of frequency polygon. Okay, thank you.